Oh, hey guys. I decided I wanted to do a kind of a show it off video today. As you know, about a week ago, my lovely 3-year-old accidentally, and it was an accident, spilt iced coffee on my computer and destroyed my laptop. It was a work laptop, work replaced it, no questions asked, which is awesome. So I have a new laptop, but when that happened, lot of my files are, not a lot, I had some files on there that were corrupted. I didn't bother asking work to pull stuff off the hard drive. Some video files. Some of those video files were the last 2 or 3 videos I took of that massive TTM break I did in May, so that is lost forever. So I realized that I never really did a summary video of that break. It came out to about 1,800 autographs for the whole break. And then in that, the last couple of videos, I actually had some of the best returns or most surprising. So I decided to do just a quick, like, kind of summary lost file type video showing some of the highlights of that whole break. Some of them might have been on earlier videos. I'm not sure. I didn't go back and check. So I figured I'd just kind of shoot out some highlights. I know the surprises, or the 3 returns that were most surprising to me weren't on it, so I figured those will be highlighted in here. First, I'm going to show you some Hall of Fame hits I had. So I sent, over those years, I sent a number of Hall of Fame plaques. So you can buy these for 50 cents on the Hall of Fame website plus shipping. They're really cool to get signed. Most of the people that do sign them charge. So Whitey Herzog signed it. He charges $5. Andre Dawson, I think I sent him $10 to sign it. He's a little inconsistent, so I took a shot with him, and it came back. It's a little smudged on the top, but nice addition. Al Kaline, I have had a couple that I've sent in the past. I had this left over. I bought it probably 10 years ago, so I sent it off with $10. Signed nicely. I do prep these with baby powder. I sent this early in my save up, so sometime in 2017. John Scherholtz. He may charge now, I'm not sure, but he signed this for free. Nice, he added the Hall of Fame inscription. Don Sutton, I think I sent this with $5. He may take a long time, but he will send back eventually. There's a little bit of smudging there, but it looks nice. And then Ryan Sandberg for $5 in the mail. He's one of the newer guys. I'm actually going to have to go online and see if Musina they have his plaque available. And then if he keeps signing, he's been signing for $10 before induction. So if he keeps that up, I'll have to send that to Ed. I have a really nice Hall of Fame plaque collection. I would guess close to 30 different players. Going back on the Hall of Fame theme, I got a number of Hall of Fame cards back. So one I got was the Jim Rice rookie card. I had some eBay bucks and said, you know what, I should get the rookie card signed. So I think I paid $3 or $4 for the rookie card, which was a great price now that I'm like more into collecting rookies. And then $10 for his fee. Brooks Robinson, before he stopped signing, signed 2 for me, so I think I sent 10 per, so I think that was a $20 donation. They were this, I sort of kind of collect the 73 set. It's one of the first sets that I could get at a card show, and then I had this lying around, and for $10 I figured I should jump on his. With the Hall of Fame plaque there, I sent a 97 Fleer. I collected this set as a kid and probably had a third of it signed, so it kind of, I don't have nearly my whole collection of that left. I sold or traded a bunch of them, so I don't really collect it. It did come back creased, which was too bad, and I'm not sure why he changed Sharpies on me. Then I sent and got back these 2 for my 74 set, Jim Palmer. He's $10 per, and I may send out soon. I have a letter written, a 77 Topps, or if I can find another cool card. This 74 Topps I bought online. It is cut odd at the bottom. I don't know why someone cut it, but it was cheap, so for now that'll suffice. It's a nice autograph. If I can replace it, I will, but I'm not too worried about it. And then this was 2 different mailings. Juan Marichal, so he signs for $10. He's pretty consistent, so that's a 74 Topps card, a 74 traded Red Sox card, so I thought that was really cool to add to my Red Sox collection. And then a separate mailing, I've had this since it came out in 2000, and I realized that it was still sitting in my common box, so I sent that off with another $10. I love this set signed. I have probably 20 or 30 of them signed. It's maybe my favorite set in all to get signed. I think it looks the best. And then lastly, he's quite easy to get, but Raleigh Fingers on a 74 Topps. I think his fee's up to $15 now, if I'm not mistaken. Last summer I decided finally to pull the trigger. I do have a file of him in a Red Sox uniform that I would like to send. For you, those of you who don't know, in 1977 or 76, Charles Finley sold Raleigh Fingers and Joe Rudy to the Red Sox for I don't remember how much. And so he actually showed up to Fenway Park dressed in the Red Sox uniform, was in the bullpen, and then he wasn't used in that first game. And then the next day, the commissioner decided to rescind the sale, thinking it was bad for the game of baseball. And so Fingers went back to the A's, and then he later, of course, signed as a free agent with the Padres. And it leaves a lot of Red Sox fans wondering, had the manager, I think it was Don Zimmer at the time, used Raleigh Fingers in that first game while he was suited up, would the commissioner have been able to rescind the sale, considering that Fingers had already played in a game for the Red Sox? So it's one of those what ifs. There's photos of him meeting Rico Petrocelli. There's a photo of him on the grass in a Red Sox uniform. So it's something that I do want to send in the future. I have to print it out. It was actually, the file was lost on my old laptop, so I actually technically have to find that file again. Just one of those neat little tidbits that he was a member of the Red Sox for one day. I activated, I believe, for a day, though he never appeared. All right, next up are just some of the cooler ones that I got. So Willie Norwood. Now this is an item I did not send. I sent a couple cards, but it is a 1978 Twins postcard that he included. So a vintage item, you know, from his career, probably from his collection that he included. I thought that was really neat. I've gotten a couple JD postcards back, but adding something like that, that's kind of cool. Now, as a Patriots fan, I sent to the old coordinator, so I sent to Charlie Weiss, and he signed. He was the offensive coordinator in Super Bowls 36, 38, and 39. He signed a couple index card, and I sent to Crennel, care of the Texans, and he sent this back, which I think is really neat. Just adding to the Patriots collection. I have a high regard for those two coaches, especially considering they won the first 3 Super Bowls with the Patriots. And then the next 2 were interesting returns. So they're Seattle Pilots that don't have regular issue cards, and these two, Bill Edgerton and Dick Bates, sent back Topps Heritage insert cards. So it says Topps Certified Autograph Issue, and usually that's like certified by the player that they signed it, so they must have had extras to keep for themselves, and they responded to my letter. They signed my index cards, and they sent these really cool Pilots cards back. So I sent both those guys, I think, either on the same day or within a couple days of each other. So they came back, and in my stack of massive TTM proportions, they were pretty close on top of each other. So I was super stoked to get those. Those are really neat cards. I might actually top load those. I think they're super attractive. And I don't think they have any of those unsigned. I'd love to have them unsigned to send out to some Pilots players. And I may have to collect some more. And then lastly, I had 3 surprising hits. So one of the reasons I did that massive TTM break was try to break out of the box of always sending to guys that I knew would get returns. You know, when you send to people that you always know you're going to get back, there's not a lot of surprises. You know, like the Rick Miller I got back last week was a surprise. I knew that eventually he'd come back, but you never know when. But most of the guys I sent to signed in a couple weeks, a couple months. So nothing's really a shock. So in breaking away from knowing who I got back and just putting them in boxes to save, it kind of broke me free from the tracking, like, oh, is this guy back yet? Is this guy back? And it allowed me to send to some people who don't typically sign. And so that's one thing, that if you're doing TTM, you know, high percentage or low percentage, I should say, people do sign. It depends on what kind of effort you put in, what kind of research you do, and honestly, from time to time, not caring if you don't get anything back. So the first one was this guy who's about a 28%, 25% signer, Danny Heap. He played briefly on the Red Sox, so he signed 2. He signs a few every year, so I saw that he was coming back. I put a lot of time into his letter. It was probably a full page, talking about how much I liked the Red Sox, wondering, you know, what he felt about being here. Of course, he was on the Mets to start his career, and he signed 2. This took a while. It took probably 6 months to get back, but it was definitely one of those long shots that I was hoping to. A lot of people sent him and don't get it back. It was nice to get him on the 84, but I was really happy to get him on a Red Sox card. So that was a nice surprise. Now, the next 2 were downright shocking. And I don't know which one I want to shoot first. I will shoot this one because it's more common. So this player had a great baseball career. He pitched for the Red Sox briefly. He's best known as a pitcher for the Yankees. He typically signs in the mail for about a $50 fee. So not a lot of people send to him. But I had seen a couple successes on SCN where they had sent to him really long letters. This is a pitcher that I really enjoyed watching. I had read his biography at the end of high school, and it really actually meant something to me. I thought it was neat how his career kind of went up and down, and he had to fight through a lot of stuff to pitch successfully. So I wrote, it was probably 2.5 pages. And then it took about a year looking back when the postmark was to when I sent it. And it had a note, and it said that one time only fee was waived. And it was former Cy Young Award pitcher David Cohn. And I sent a Red Sox card because I collect Red Sox autographs. So that was really cool. I was hoping that my letter would do the trick. I did put a lot of time into it. I know some people do stuff really quick, and that's great. I don't particularly like to treat the hobby like that. Each player that I send to gets probably 3/4 to a full page letter. I do research on their career, the seasons they had, the teams they played with, managers or teammates they had, asking about particular games that I could look up, on retrosheet.org. So Cone took me a while to write, and that was really an awesome surprise. He was one of the first not sure signers that I sent to, hoping that my letter would do the trick. And then around spring training, or opening week of the season, I sent to each day, Monday through Friday, a different Red Sox player, and then tried to send to a couple tough. And this player played on the Red Sox for only half a season. He was a closer, and his TTM rate is about 9% on SCN, so he rarely signs. I wrote him about a 2-page letter about a game I had seen him pitch in for the Red Sox, what I was feeling in that game, and then what I remember from his career and, whatnot. He pitched in Game 6 of the '86 World Series and, won a World Series with the Twins. It's none other than closer Rick Aguilera. Getting him through the mail is quite rare. Again, he's about a 9%. So to get him back was kind of a shock. So again, the long letter, really taking time to care about their career and explain what you like, paid off in this instance. Really excited to add a Red Sox card to the collection. It's the first time I've got Aguilera. It's the first time I've sent to him. I had one that I had traded for a while ago, but this definitely supplants it. So that was pretty much the highlight. I did get some other Hall of Famers that I didn't show off, some other cool cards, a bunch of 74 set hits. But these were kind of the highlights. These have been sitting in a separate stack, just as those special. And I just want to show them off because I'll never be able to post for you the video of me actually opening them. I was certainly shocked on those last few. The Hall of Fame plaques are always fun to get. So that basically concludes all those huge TTM videos. This video is coming in at near 15 minutes. I appreciate you watching. Let me know what surprise players you've sent to, and if you want any tips on how to write a longer letter, then maybe pick up a couple extras. Feel free to post comments below. And as always, guys, just thank you for watching my videos. It's a lot of fun making them and posting them. I know I'm not too flashy with my intro videos, intro things. I don't have one. I just like to show off what I got. So thanks for watching.